Let's get started straight away with the Euro USD 4-hour chart flashing up on your screens right now. And the Euro is correcting a bit lower right now as we speak. Let me just check the stream if it's okay. Yes, it is. So if we go by the wave structure, it is absolutely unchanged with minute wave 3 still in progress for the Euro, and it is expected to print higher towards 1.11 and even 1.13 and 1.4. All right, let me just adjust the screen here. And the third wave at the minute degree is extending. Furthermore, the minute wave 3 is also extending, and the sub-minute wave 3 already extended. All right, so we are facing extensions at three different wave 3s, and it looks like we might have it's time for Euro bulls to come back in control as the intraday lows print around 1.0775 as we speak. All right. So trading point of view, if you are still considering taking any positions, it should be on the long side, please. And the stop loss recommended right now, it is around 1.05, and the extension should be uh, pushed through 1.12, and that's 1.12 is a very conservative target because it's just the previous swing high around September 2024. So kindly readjust your targets not to 1.12 but ideally towards 1.13, 1.15, as minute wave 3 is really extending, and extended waves they tend to surpass all Fibonacci standard ratios like 38.2 and 0.61, right, 6.618, etc. All right, they can go all the way towards 2.618, 3.618, 4.618, and even higher. All right, so please keep that in mind. And going long in euro, let's have a look at the euro USD hourly chart as well. Possibly we are carving a lower degree wave 2. I'm still not absolutely convinced if it was a leading diagonal because I cannot see 5 waves. Let's go on a 15 minutes time frame and try and dig lower. Okay, if we look at this chart as 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, or 1, I think it's, let's, alright, now this one looks a bit clear. Ideally, it looks like a leading diagonal to me where we've got wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and now we are seeing a corrective decline again, and wave 2 being carved out. All right, so the 61.8% is being tested right now, which is a good place to enter, and if that is wave 2, we would be soon be able to change the stop loss from 1.05 to 1. That particular low 1.0733, right? So I think we should be good with the long position triggered even now. After seeing the 15 minutes time frame, it looks like a neat little leading diagonal in place. and it should be perfectly fine going forward with the bulls back in control anytime now. All right, the corrective wave is also looking complete, so it's a good place to remain on the long side, please. All right, let's move on to the dollar index chart now. So Euro USD remains firmly on the long side, and here is the dollar index chart for you, flashing up on your screens. That's a 4-hour US dollar index chart. Once again, as we discussed what we saw on euro, it should not be quite a bit different. I think we can go on a 15 minutes time frame first and define whether lower degree wave 2 is being carved out. I think we are correct. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So the impulse wave is clearly visible on the dollar index. Not only the impulse wave but also the corrective wave ABC is now more or less completing, and it's providing another opportunity to go short right now as prices trade close to 104.16 or 104.15. All right, so looking at the dollar index, lower degree wave 2 being carved right now, trading perspective or trading point of view, it is still advisable to initiate short positions as prices trade close to 104.20 mark, and that could be the lower degree wave 2 after sub-minute wave 4 terminated around 104.50 earlier last week. All right, so it looks good on the short side, uh, with sub-minute wave 4 complete around 104.50. All right, and looking at the wave counts here, we are seriously looking lower as minute wave 3 circle is extending and is projected, as we discussed in the last session as well, is projected towards 97. All right, so that would be 97 for wave 3 minute to complete, and then wave 4 a bit higher, followed by wave 5, which would drag prices lower towards 95 as well. So all in all, dollar index looks to be firmly placed on the south side, looking at all different time frames, including the 15 minutes chart. And if you are still sitting on the sidelines, it would be a good idea to initiate short positions around the current price. The projected stop loss should go around 107, at least for now. And believe it or not, we would be more inclined to to bring the stop loss lower towards 105 or so, reduce the risk by 300 points, and but that would take some time. We need to still see price confirmation of a lower degree wave 2 being carved right now, and that prices, once it drops below that 103.18, it would accelerate further towards 101, and that's when we would like to change our stop loss. Because you know what, if you change stop loss prematurely and suddenly, even after the third wave minute degree completes and prices are wanting to carve wave 4, it can go all the way towards the previous wave 4 of one lesser degree. And if you're just placed your stop loss at the wrong place, you might get tipped off, even though the direction was right. In fact, I would like to take profits around 100 zone, where minute wave 3 completes and then sit on the sidelines, allow minute wave 4 to shape up. It should be a triangle because minute wave 2 was sharper. And then we initial shorts again, taking lower towards the minute wave 5. So we'll try and take each cycle as it unfolds. That's what the point I'm trying to make here. All right, let's go to so that's the story in dollar index. Let's pick up pound, GBP USD, 4-hour time frame, and it is no different from what we were discussing in the euro. The only thing is that the corrective decline is now almost testing last week lows around 1.08, 1.2865, 60 zone. But tell you what, even if prices drop towards the 2800 mark, I mean, it's only going to be the 38.2% retracement, Fibonacci retracement. So in fact, it'd be good to hit the buy button even if prices drop towards 1.28 levels. All right. And if you look at the wave structure here, the minute wave 3 is already extending, and the lower degree. So to precisely define, it's going to be sub-minute wave 4 in the making. It's either covered at 1.2865 or might drop towards 2800 levels before bulls are back in control. So trading point of view, it is still another opportunity, and in fact a good opportunity, a better opportunity than what we were talking in the previous sessions, to hit the buy button on the long side with the stop loss around 1.25 and the projected target being pointed towards not only 32 but 35 and 37 going forward. By the time the minute wave 5 completes, we should be comfortably trading towards 1.37, possibly 1.39 as well. Alright, so GBP USD also firmly on the low side. Please, let's have a look at one of the most favorite trading instruments, which is gold. We'll bring up the daily chart first, and the yellow metal is actually hovering around the same price that we were discussing in the previous session during the London Times. You see, minor wave 1, 2, minor wave 3, 4 are almost complete, with minor wave 5 also on the verge of completion. As we have subdivided minor wave 5, again we can count 5 waves clearly, where minute wave 1, 2, 3, 4 and minute wave 5, which is being produced right now, and the sprint 3145 highs intraday. Alright, so looking at the 4-hour chart, it is wave 5 potentially completing at 3 different degrees, as we discussed earlier. It is wave 5 at minute. I'm not saying that it cannot go above 31.28. It's already done 31.45. Another price action suggests it could push towards 32.75 as well. Between the Sydney, Tokyo, and London times. So aggressive shorts have been already taken, still the same around 31, 32, 35 range. But if you're still not comfortable, you should wait for price action and a first serious sign of a potential top. For instruments, euro, dollar index, Great Britain pound, and gold, which we have trading interest on. And if we have a quick look at what Bitcoin is doing, then here's the 4-hour chart for Bitcoin as well. As we were discussing in the previous session, Bitcoin might be now ready to push higher within its minute wave C corrective rally, which is wave C is the last wave, potentially pushing towards the 94,000 mark, and it would also be a termination of minute wave 2 before minute wave 3 begins to cut loose on the south side. Alright, so Those are the brief stories. If we want to touch base with the Dow Jones quickly, here's the Dow Jones 4-hour chart. The Dow Jones is also telling us a clear story that wave, after dropping 5 waves impulse, after forming an impulse wave lower, the corrective wave is still underway, where we got minute wave A and B complete, and minute C could be underway right now, possibly moving towards or pushing towards 44,000 mark, and from there on we would be more inclined to initiate short positions. All right, maybe tomorrow, because major tops and bottoms are expected to curve around by this week, I suppose, because we've got a combined week. We've got 1 day in March and 4 days in April, so it could extend through the Friday, where major tops and bottoms could play could form. So we might wait for one more day to issue another trade call for Dow Jones in the portal. We're more inclined towards 44,000 levels, but if we do get a good risk reward ratio, as discussed in the previous session as well, we would be more inclined to go on a counter trend buy as well. All right. So these are the stories as we move into the New York session for 1st April. Euro firmly on the long side, dollar index on the short side, pound on the long side, and the gold. Aggressive shorts are being taken, but if you're not comfortable, you might want to allow price action to break below 3017 before selling on rallies again. And Bitcoin and the Dow Jones, we're still waiting for the respective counter trends to complete before we get on the short side again. Alright, so those are the stories, and we'll be back again Tokyo City session after a few hours. Until that time, as always, thank you for tuning in, and please do take care and God bless. Goodbye.